Queens nigga be the one that bring the feeling back. Motorcycle jerseys, car hearts with the Timbs to match. Remember times were simple for credentials, all you did was scrap. Now the streets evolved, the shit is all, you better get the strap. Firm on my pivot, fuck your gimmicks, I ain't into that. Winning based on choices, how you choosing, got you losing facts. Feel like James Bond.
So,
Here we go.
yeah, here we go. Here we go. There you go. Neo face. All right, now here we go. You know what I'm saying? Toilet talk. Here we go. How we doing? Yeah. How we doing, everybody? Once again, here we go, my friend. Toilet talk, where we get to talk our shit. Literally, it's me, your host, Reefer Champ. Sign a stamp. It's the God, Savior. I'm here. What's up with you guys? How you been? How you doing? I hope everybody's healthy, spiritually and mentally wealthy. Get the money later. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm here kicking it with the guys. I got my guys with me. When me and Kay was just having a conversation, because I just was watching a video of these Chicago niggas, and I just was saying, why the fuck do Chicago niggas shoot each other every day? Like every day? And I didn't understand it. I know it's beef. I was just asking, okay, because we trying to make sense of it. And I just was saying, after you shoot the niggas, and then you get away, you shoot the niggas, blah, blah, blah. And then you get in the car, and then niggas is like, yeah, ride off, and you like, go, 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 go. And you disperse like, all right, I see y'all niggas tomorrow. And then y'all, you home by yourself, and you just sit there, and you like, damn, I just shot all the shit out them niggas. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying, I wonder when they gonna come shoot me. You don't think about that? You don't think you're gonna get shot next? After a while, you just don't give a fuck? I mean, I don't want to put your business out there high enough, but they also say after a while, you don't care no more, right? It's fuck it. 2 tears in the bucket? It's just fucked up. All right, I ain't going to put you on the spot. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. How y'all doing, though, out there? Everything good? It's cool. I mean, everything's been cool. We've been doing a lot of things. Me and Mills had me sit down with white people and eat pizza and talk business. I never did that before in my life. It was something new. You gonna be mad at me. You making your face. I never sat down and did that. I was confused. I didn't know what to do. Only time I ate pizza with white people was at school, with pizza party. All right, y'all niggas get perfect attendance. The mothers is put y'all to school. For sure. All right, so you get a pizza party, and that was the. So this was like, all right, I get to sit down. It's money? Oh, that's fake. Don't do that to me. All right, cool. Yeah, but it was cool. We had a good conversation, and talking about growth and scaling up. You know what I'm saying? Doing other things with the show. And bring it to people in the masses. So that was a good conversation. That was something different that I embarked on and learned from. You know what I'm saying? You gotta step outside your comfort zone. That's what I'm learning. You know what I'm saying? Mills, you know, Mills is 80 years old. So he's been here before. He's so old, he lived twice. He's so nice, he lived twice. So he's telling me shit about life. And I'm learning, I'm like, yo, you kinda right. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta expound on your horizons when you're doing these different things. So I'm thriving. You know what I'm saying? But we was talking, having a conversation about the young God that's fucked up. And what you was saying about who you was talking about, the God? I ain't that?
Shedeur.
That's right. Shedeur, right? Mm-hmm. It was fucked up what they did to the young God, right? They did him bad, but was it his fault? I don't think it was his fault, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you, it's crazy because we was looking at the polarities and differences of, people and choices that you make in this life. And we was thinking about Shedeur. And then we was thinking about the other nigga. I'll talk about him later. But Shedeur, though, he didn't do anything wrong, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people don't really like the fact that you identify with your father and positivity, and he's building you up, I guess. That's how we all took it as a people, because there was no other reason. You know what I'm saying? They were doing everything they're supposed to do. Even when you do that, you still get penalized, it seemed like. You know what I'm saying? So that was the aspect of that shit that we didn't respect, because there was no reason. But y'all don't like Dion, because Dion ain't jacking y'all nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? Pause. You know what I'm saying? But you know how that shit go. And then he got a son that's falling in line with his father, and he's doing what he's supposed to do. He ain't in no scandal. He not on Oxycontin or none of that weird shit. Nah, real shit. He not, like, Shedeur ain't on no drug. He ain't out here wilding, bugging out. You know what I'm saying? He's not doing none of those things. You know what I mean? And then the other players from his team got drafted first, right? The kid, was it Travis Hunter? That's his name? Yeah. He got drafted early. You know what I'm saying? Like the second pick or something like that, right? You know what I mean? Like, so like, it wasn't like, it was like directed towards the Sanders family. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like kind of like a, like, nigga. It was,
The team that picked Shedeur passed him up 3 times.
Word, you did say that, right? 3 times, right?
That's wild.
And you said what? You said Trump made them niggas sign him, right?
Trump had to get involved.
That's some wild shit. I ain't gonna lie, cause Trump did do the wild tweet, and called them imbeciles and called them names, basically. You know what I'm saying? And when he called them names, and everything changed. Word is born. Shit's crazy. But it just goes to show you the reality we live in as people and things of that nature. And you know, it's better if we stick together and stand strong. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I think Shedeur he's gonna outshine all the shit. You know what I'm saying? All you're gonna do is make him work harder. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you fuel to the fire. You know what I mean? But then you got other people who got opportunity and situations, and they squander it. You know what I'm saying? Don't never get the fellas. Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna look in the camera right now. Let me tell you something. KK with me right now too. You know what I'm saying? He with me. Don't never let your dick dictate the direction that your life take. Mills, can I say that again? Can I say that again, Mills?
Say it louder, though.
Don't never let your dick dictate the direction your life take. See, you broke. So when you broke, it don't really resonate like that. You gotta go on child support. You paying $80 a week. You really going, and you stressed out. You like, yo, this stupid bitch. So like, all right, that's one aspect of it, right? And then you going through the motions of that shit. But now you out here wilding with your dick, and then you leaving clues, and you talking crazy to little white women, and now you doing $100 million deals, and you think you gonna walk away scot-free. No, you're not, Toby. You think you walk away scot-free? No, you're not, Toby. Niggas are bugged out, son. You was black as midnight. You think you gonna live life? You was supposed to go get Mahalia Jackson, nigga. You was supposed to go marry Mahalia. Is she even alive? I don't even know. Like, she do gospel songs, right? You used to sing gospel songs on Sunday. You need to go get a gospel lady like that. What was that group? That group that they had what was that group they used to sing? The gospel ladies.
Was it the Supremes?
No, nigga, they ain't got.
The Clark sisters?
Mary.
He said the Clark sisters.
This nigga said the Clarkson sisters. Nigga, Kate crazy in the motherfucker. I ain't talking about them. No disrespect to y'all ladies. Mary. He was supposed to go marry one of them bitches like from Mary. You know what I'm saying? He country as shit anyway. They done went to church anyway. You know what I'm saying? You could live your scandal a different way. You didn't have to do that. You went out ass backwards, bro. That's so taboo. Black, rich man, white woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Y'all niggas not tired of that? Y'all not tired of that? All right, whatever. I know. My father would disown me. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all seen the tyrant here. If I got caught up in a scandal, I got some money and got caught up with a Lily White, with Polly Pocket, stop it. No disrespect to the white people. I'm not disrespecting y'all or not, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying in my household, my father would look at me with a face. And it would be, he'd be like, yo, you threw it all away for that? It would kind of be, you know what I mean? You fell for the trap. You know what I'm saying? So it's two different types of polarities of men. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just looking at it. And then looking at how Shedeur and his father and the family is holding it down. You know what I mean? Then you got people like that. And then, you know, I just look at the kids. Because at the end of the day, doesn't he have children? You know what I'm saying? Shannon, right? He has children. I believe he does.
Do Shannon got children?
Yeah, look it up. Google that. Google facts for me real quick. Let's go. Yeah, we getting facts for you niggas. This is a real... We're getting it together. All right, we're putting it together. Because now, and the only reason why I'm bringing that aspect up is the reflection of... It's not just your actions. It's how... Yeah, the actions are affected by others and shit, right? Like, I think that's a lot of times why...
Yes.
He does. That's why I knew he did. That's what I'm saying. So that's sad, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just looking at the actions as an elder statesman. And everybody makes mistakes, bro. Nobody's perfect, bro. I'm fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I'm savior. You know what I'm saying? I'm not Captain Savior. I'm saying I'm just savior. You know what I'm saying? So like, don't think I'm savior. You know what I'm saying? This is real shit. So like, at the end of the day, everybody human, and we make mistakes, but you got to be cognitive of the actions that you partake in. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Like, and I just look at all this shit as examples. Like, I look at all this shit, bro, of what not to do when I do get to where, if I ever am blessed, Allah blesses me and bestow me with gracious things of that nature. You know, there's certain things you can and cannot do. This is why I said you got to get married before you even get rich. I'm sorry. That's why I realized when they was getting married, running away at 18, and going, we're going to live our life. Yo, they was doing it right. I ain't mad at them. You know what I'm saying? They would stay, and they hated each other. They made it seem like that, but so what? They made it work. Period. You know what I'm saying? It makes you show deal with choices and responsibility. Like, I made this choice and I gotta stick with it. Now you could just like, I don't gotta stick by my choices. I don't have to stand by that. I made a choice, but so what? I can do what I want. I'm an individual. And that's kind of fucking up everything. Am I bugging? Or okay.
That's normally what it is, though. So they say a woman can pretty much, you know what I'm saying, like put that battery in your back to, you know what I'm saying, get you to the next level.
It's a balance. It's a balance. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why that's the purpose of it. It's not a matter of see, people they villainize this shit so much.
The right woman, let me say that.
Well, that's in any regard. That's in any regard. Listen, my son's, oh my God, that bitch is the Grinch. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I was a young nigga. I wilded out. You know what I'm saying? My son, I'm sorry, son. Your word up. That bitch was the Grinch, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I went through shit. You would have thought I was beating her. You'd have thought I was beating her and keeping her in the corner and water torture. You know when them motherfuckers the Chinese shit? And they was putting droplets of water on the bitch forehead and making them stand there and shit. You would have thought I was doing that. I wasn't even, nah. The bitch put me through torment. But that's, you live and you learn. And I still ain't take it out on people and things, because that's a decision that I made. I thought with my dick at a young age. And that's the consequences. And then you got to take care of those responsibilities no matter how hard it get. You got to make the best of that shit. Period. You know what I'm saying? But you can't, I'm just going to do what I want. Individualize yourself and everything. You got to be a strong individual, but understand that you play a role in the collective. I learned that. So I started getting older and looking at situations and scenarios and dealing with things as a young man. So that's how, shit is crazy though. But I realized people run from responsibility and challenge. And I learned, you a workout nigga, Mills. The only way you build muscle is through challenging. You got to suppress your muscle. You got to you got to break your muscle, pause. You know what I'm saying? So you got to put your shit through strain and things of that nature in order for you to grow. You know what I'm saying? And that's just like your brain. So when you're going through certain situations and challenge your situation, you can't really defer and run from it. You got to kind of sometimes face them head on and deal with the motions of it so you can be a better individual. You know what I'm saying? That's what I learned dealing with my son's mother. Because I blocked the bitch now, but my son grown. You know what I'm saying? After what, not because what it was, because she thought she could. No, you niggas is fuck you niggas. Nah, Kay, don't do that. Don't laugh at me. I'm gonna keep it real. I had to block the bitch. I was like, bitch is crazy. At some point, I got 3 other kids besides you. I got a whole woman. See, she jealous because the bitch I stopped fucking. I didn't leave her for my wife, but I stopped fucking with you. And then I met another girl, and then me and her started getting cool and cordial. And this so happened that bitch still here 20 years later. Oh well, you know what I'm saying? You didn't make the cut. So then now she's upset, and she be dealing with she's dealing with her third failed. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? She done fuck with a nigga that had other kids, all kind of shit. My son told me one time he had brothers. I said, who? I said, who? I got some new brothers and shit. I was like, what? Yo, bitches will do anything. A bitch will do anything, bro. You gotta understand, and you gotta deal with all that shit. What? Huh? So you know what I'm saying? Look, the wrong bitch is a terrorist. Straight up. Kidnapped my kid. Took him upstate. Tried to give him a new identity. I dealt with a lot of shit growing up, so I had to be tough, bro. One time, look, you could crash out one time. That's why I don't like Brooklyn. You can say what you want. You could make your face. I don't care you niggas is from Brooklyn. It's not that I love Brooklyn. Let me rephrase that. It's just I had traumatic experiences in Brooklyn. Let me put it like that. All right, this is my first child baby mother, that bitch. It's not about her. But I'm just talking about manipulation and things of that nature. And you go through situations. And I was dealing with her, and it wasn't with her. It was with my son. It wasn't and I'm not the type of nigga I got the baby moms and I'm still fucking her on the side. Hell no. Once I stop fucking with her, I ain't fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here. But anyway, the bitch, she played me one time yo, nigga, she's dealing with some new guy. Long story short, the new guy is playing games and around my son, and Long story short, I came up here and I had a pistol. Anyway, at the end of the day, but see, this is, you can't fuck with people, bro. Because then now, if they went bad, I wouldn't have even been here. And I'm not even that kind of guy. I'm a nice guy. I kicked him and his baby out in the middle of the night. But that wasn't the point of the matter. You can't be here. He had some baby. And I said, fuck you and your baby, nigga. And they had to leave. And in retrospect, I should have just took my son. Right? You know what I'm saying? Right? But I had no place. I was in the wilderness. I was living in the world. This is why you can't, shit is fucked up. You gotta deal with situations, learn from them, and grow. And you can't always think with your dick. That was the synopsis of this, right? Don't think with your dick, bro. Because then you got to deal with the responsibility and consequences that come with it. Period. So then when you like Shannon Sharpe and you he would tell he horny. You seen he recorded himself on IG. You seen that shit, right? Wait a minute. The nigga who was that bitch? That bitch wants some money now. Wait a minute. Now look at you. You was out there, give it, yeah, you gonna give it to me. And all this other weird shit. And you was moaning and grunting. And you're a grown man. Your kids had to hear that. I don't want to hear that. So you know, I understand. Don't let your dick take you places your life don't want to be. Pause. And that's for everybody who has a penis. You know what I'm saying? And all these people acting like they want a penis don't understand the consequences that come with a penis. All right. So it's a tough road. All right. It's not a easy path to follow. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Because it comes with a lot. You got to have logic. All right? You can't think with the wrong. All right. Because if you do, look at you. You'll throw. And my thing is, so you offer a prostitute $10 million. You think he gave one of his kids $10 million cash? Like, yo, let me tell you something. I love you so much. I believe in you. And I think you're going to go big places. I'm just going to give you the $10 million and leave the $10 million right there on your doorstep because I know that you're going to do something magnificent because you my babies. I know that that's right. Is you going to do that for your idea because I'm your daddy? That's right. He ain't do that for none of his kids. Get the fuck out of here. He want to be out here cooning and stocking caps, blacking mouths, and drinking fucking alcohol in front of these white people. You might as well be tap dancing. That's how I looked at it in my mind. In my mind, you might as well be tap dancing with your grown ass fucking diesel man. They like niggas like you in the fucking in the breeding farm. They like breeding farms. And if you ever read a history book, and then you realize they had these farms, and they put niggas just like you in the farm, and they make you have sex just like you're doing, and make you crossbreed in genetics. Yeah, you will make good stock with this one, and just so you can have a baby, so they can make the baby pick cotton. This is crazy motherfuckers that you indulging with. And you're sitting out here offering the child of these motherfuckers $10 million because you couldn't keep your dick in your pants? Because you couldn't deal with Kamisha. You couldn't deal with Sharice. You couldn't tell Sharice, sit down. All right, yo, look, all right, look, Shaniqua. All right, look. I'm just going to go to the gym. I'm not even, You couldn't deal with that type of shit. All right, man. You worry about child support. You talking about, because niggas always try to vilify black women. That shit corny, bro. Like, I ain't with that shit. All y'all, if you're black, guess what? Your mother look like you. You silly motherfucker. Like, I never really understood that shit. Your moms look like you, and then you come through talking this weird shit about black women. I never got that. I can't jack. Shit make me angry. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, who made you then? You know what I'm saying? If you don't like these women whatever, bro. Whatever. It's really a reflection of self how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, when people are scared of themselves and don't understand how to handle, like I said, the challenge of who you are. I ain't talking about no ignorant shit, like, because people always try to make it like, yo, like they be like, what they talking with their neck and nigga, what you said. Every black woman is not like that, but every black woman not going for your bullshit neither. Black women might be like, why you doing that? Your dumb ass better have an answer. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga don't want to question this shit, but your ass don't really got an answer. So now you looking like an idiot. You don't really want those, you know what I mean, those repercussions and shit. So, you know. So those are different things that I think about. And that's just not everybody. That's sometimes, you know what I'm saying, some situations. So everybody's not like that. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, there's certain things that I wanted, and when I sorted out, because, like, you know, you could live you can live frivolously and subscribe your life to bodily fetters, right? My father taught me that, Tyrant. He taught me that, the bodily fetish shit. That's some shit he learned in a book. And it's a whole or some other shit. But the nigga, he said it was. But when I remember though, because I do drugs, and I remember the part that made sense. Like bodily and earthly fetters is the shit that tie you to this world and realm spiritually, so you can't ascend to higher heights as an individual and be like on some Buddhist monk shit. Like how them, like I'm not saying be some Buddhist monk, but what I'm saying in the sense of being spiritual and being cleansedly and like pure and like you don't need earthly possessions and these things and you know what I mean? Not no weirdo shit, but like, cause at the end of the day, you looking at all these niggas who got money, they making me think money ain't even real. You getting $100 million, $50 million, and $80 million. Puffy got $1 billion, and these only. And I'm not counting niggas' money, but it's like, at what point, what does money matter now? You know what I'm saying? When you could go buy anything you want, you could do anything you want. Then you got money. Then you got a person like Mayweather. You got money. Then you're not educated. So you said, fuck, but it's funny, but it's like, yo, fuck all that other shit. I don't need those other shit. I get the money. But then you get the money, you don't even know how to handle your money. You get swindled and manipulated out of your money because you don't got the foundation to manage that on your own. You don't have an education, bro. You can't skip over shit. Niggas think you could just skip over things. I don't need that. I could go. Nah, you gotta actually go through that and obtain and learn. You got to sit down and go through those struggles and strife and understand why those things are meaningful, that you possess those things, because I earned it. I had to go through those things so I can obtain that. You know what I'm saying? Like my pops always told me, easy to obtain, harder to maintain. You can get anything, but how long are you going to keep it? So like when you're doing certain shit, you know, like we was having a conversation earlier, like, it's like talking about Dame Dash. Now, I love Dame Dash, but then it's like he missed a jewel. And I'm not talking down on, because I don't know the man personally, but from the optic of where we standing, right? Nigga, you a billionaire nigga. Now you going through the tax shit, and fucking get shit repossessed and all this. That's not who you are, but that's what you going through because of choices that you made. And I'm not counting your money, because at the end of the day, you could be going through this shit and have $700 million in assets. But in real life, if that's the case, you wouldn't be going through those things. You understand what I'm saying? So like, and then when you and it's cool that you call out certain people on their faults and shortcomings and things of that nature, but you got to make sure your house is in order before you do those things, because then you paint yourself in a corner. Now niggas don't want to fuck with you. People think it's not good to do business with you, and they talking down on your name, and your name is all you have. You can have all the money in the world. Your name ain't shit. Niggas will look at you like, look, Harvey Weinstein, he got money. He's a fucking piece of shit. You know, he's manipulating people, using people, sexually abusing people. That's not how, you know what I'm saying? You got money with nobody. That's you know what I'm saying? So like, you got to look at certain things as an individual. What do you want? How much is it worth? How much are you worth? So, you know. Yeah, niggas are being niggas in the back. They all do. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to know how the movie premiere went. My nigga Mills did a movie premiere. I mean, well, not Mills. My brother Shorty Red. Shorty Red, he shot a film, but he got a whole host of films. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what's the name of the film that Red shot that he had the premiere for.
Capital Punishment.
Capital Punishment. Yes, my brother Mills and Shorty Red and the crew. Red, he filmed it. I heard that Red was the only nigga that stayed alive. Ain't that a crazy thing? Niggas said, no, I ain't see the shit. I missed the premiere yesterday. I had the kids. So, you know what I mean? 19 jobs forever go hard. When you got, we ain't even going, don't spread yourself too thin. Pause. But the nigga said that the nigga at the end, Red was the only nigga that stayed alive. I said, that's a good movie. You know what I'm saying? When all the white people die, all the other niggas die, and Red still alive, I said, that had to be a good movie. That's my friend. You know what I'm saying? If y'all never seen Red before, if you don't know this, I'll spark your memory. Fucking 50 Cent movie, short film, Self-Destruct, Before I Self-Destruct. Red is in that movie. You know what I'm saying? He was in that movie. He was causing terror. And then Fifth killed my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So rest in peace, you know what I'm saying? Killed him in the movie, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he's definitely seasoned. It's not his first movie, nor the last. You know what I'm saying? But it was a premiere. It was a good look. Niggas had a good time. That's a good look. You know what I'm saying? I'm mad. I missed it. I never been to the movie premiere. It's all right, though. I'm going to have one day. You know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't going to lie. We about to shoot Killer Season 2 out the sunroof. Doof, 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 nigga. I don't give a fuck. That's what I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. That's putting in the atmosphere. You got to manifest these things. So at the end of the day, that's how we moving. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? But we did a good show. You know what I'm saying? But still, even still, along with his movie and doing the show, just learning and evolving with all this shit. This shit is like, it's not easy, but you know, you gotta make it look easy, right? So at the end of the day, that means you gotta take it with stride. Pause. That's the jewel I had. You know what I'm saying? That's the shit I want to talk for the. Well, we always talking shit, but the shit that I want to talk is responsibility, right? And responsibility isn't taken by everyone. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially like as I realizing like a lot of adults too, like older people don't want to be bothered. And then so that where does the responsibility lie? We got to take ownership of a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? I'm a young adult. You know what I'm saying? I'm much older than I look, so don't get it confused. I'm not a crook. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm gonna make it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? But what I tell you is I'm realizing that though, as I'm getting in my latter years, and I'm like, yo, it's different things that we got to take onus of and responsibility of in order to have control, the control that we aspire to have and want to be. We have to become. So like, you see all these different people be talking about Trump, they be talking about this guy, and like real rap, I ain't gonna lie, fuck all them guys, fuck all those things and all that. Don't get caught up in that. Because that's not our fight. Our fight is our communities. If you can't man your jurisdiction, that's, you know what I'm saying? I work in an industrial union, and it's a global union, you know what I mean? And I'm an electrician, I put it like that. So, like, we have to use what we have, and one of the focal points that we do have is the manpower is the collective of many, collective of us, many, the brotherhood. So, with that being said, is you have to man your jurisdiction. With that being said, you have to, your neighborhood, you have to step outside your comfort zone. You have to speak to your neighbor. You have to see who's the council person, who's the city this, and who's the state council, and all those different things, the borough chairman, things of those natures, and get involved, even if it's on a minimal level scale. Like, you're not doing much, but you're doing what you can. But every little bit of everyone that can contribute makes a difference. And when they see that the collective are doing something as a whole, then that's when your voice impacts. All that other shit is just noise. It's noise to keep you confused so they can keep doing what they want to do. So at the end of the day, you have to stay focused on the task at hand. Your family comes first, right? And within your family is also a part of the community. So then everybody else's family also plays a role. It's like when you take your kids to school. You know what I'm saying? You don't want your kid to partake with everybody else's kid, because the household that they're raised in isn't the same household that you raised yours in. And then now you got to retrain. You'll end up finding out that you got to raise 3 other households because y'all involved with my child. I refuse. You understand? So now it takes a village. And it's all the sayings and all the things that they told us. They gave us the game, bro. It's up to us to utilize it. So that's the type of time I'm on, being an elder statesman. You know what I'm saying? I'm not old. I'm older. Old is when you wash. Old is when you got more reserve. You like vintage. You know what I'm saying? You sought after and you need it. And this is what we doing. You know what I'm saying? So we giving the game something that's missing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be the man instead of being a man. And like, I just want to be a great man for myself, my family, and my friends and my community, which in turn is a reflection of my race, my black family. Because we are all brothers and sisters. Like I tell my children, like my kids, I see a brother at their school or a sister at their school, and I'm like, all right, peace, sister, peace, brother. And my daughter always be like, that's not your brother. That's not your sister. I'm like, yes, that is. I got to teach her. You know what I'm saying? Like our school, I'm like, yes, that is, because we're all one. We're all a human race, but we're also a black race, so we got to stick together. And the only way that we have strength is through unification. The only way that they was able to come and divide us is because we were divided. You know what I'm saying? Once there's a kink in the armor, it's nothing to depart you and separate you. You know what I'm saying? So like, and people got to stop worrying about the shit that that you can't control. You dig? You know what I'm saying? The things that you can't control that's not in your power as an individual, that doesn't even shouldn't hold any weight or premise on the decisions that you make. You got to make sure that you're responsible for you and your ways and actions and be better every day. Hey, yo, this shit ain't easy, bro. This shit ain't easy, bro. Trust and believe. You know what I'm saying? I might make it look easy. You see how I'm saying? Land of coordination. You know what I'm saying? Stop your hating. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm not just a part. Look, I'm a forefather. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We learn how to coordinate. You know what I'm saying? So you can't never hate. You know what I'm saying? And so at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like, you got to find things that you love, that you can blossom, that you can flourish. And then through love and expression of self is how you get to your highest point. You know what I'm saying? Like this book I read, but I'm reading it again. It's I don't even want to say the name wrong. It's The Way of the Superior Man, but I'm going to make sure I'm saying it right. But this book that I'm reading, yeah, The Way of the Superior Man. I'm reading that book. I read it already once. Well, actually listened to it through Audible, but I bought it and I want to read it too. You know what I'm saying? But David, his name is David Denner. David I can't. Deida. You know what I'm saying? And that's the author of the book. And I can't lie. Any young black man that want to make something of himself and that has a vision, because everybody doesn't have the vision. You could tell a nigga, yo, you could do this and you could do it, but everybody doesn't see themselves being greater than what they are, or see themselves in a place that's higher than where they at. You know what I mean? And me personally, I always see myself doing greater and bigger and better things as an individual, and always inspired and wanted to be better. So if you don't have those attributes, that comes from within, and that comes from value, and you got to value yourself. You know what I'm saying? But if you do value, you know what I mean, who you are and where you come from, you got to also look at this book and read this book and get an understanding of what this book tells you. This book is a great book, The Way of a Superior Man, because it gives you just an outlook on different things of who you are and how to look at things. How to look at things, females, and society. I can't give it to you because it's not nothing I can give to you. You got to read it on your own. Real rap. You got to read it on your own. And so that's the shit of the day. You know what I'm saying? Responsibility and get that book. Word up. Because ain't nobody going to do it for you. And that's the part that you got to realize. That's the part that once you realize I got to figure it out, that's when you become better than what you are right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and all this shit that we talk about, we looking at these people, you got to take all this shit as an example. All these people are examples. You look at an example and you use it like pros and cons. Like, would you, or how would you, or should you, or shouldn't you? You know what I mean? But you don't hold any premise to any of these things in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be responsible. You know what I'm saying? That's it, for your ways and actions. And you got to look at things of how you would want to be dealt with as an individual. You dig? So like, that's how I look at it. That's how I'm dealing with it for today. You know what I mean? Today is the 28th. Word. That's wisdom, build, and destroy. That's today's mathematics. All being born in knowledge cipher. You heard? I love y'all. Total talk. Hits.
Queens nigga be the one that bring the feeling back. Motorcycle jerseys, car hearts with the Timbs to match. Remember times were simple for credentials, all you did was scrap. Now the streets evolved, the shit is all you better get.